All right. So we are going to go to Desmos right here. And you are going to go where the login sign up is, and you're going to continue with Google and use your school email for me. Okay, once you are in, you will open Graphing Calculator. So over here on the board, okay, I have created the graph that we are going to do today in class. It is a heart, a very basic design that we're going to learn how to put into Desmos. Part of the reason I picked this design was so that A, it's symmetric, so we can do one half and you can kind of model it to the other half. And I recommend your designs being symmetric because it makes it a little bit easier to make all of the equations because you can manipulate it a little bit easier. But we're going to look at this. So I have labeled the pieces of the heart 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So piece 1 over here, it's right here. Does that have a positive or negative slope? Positive, okay? And if I look at it, it goes roughly up 1, 2, over 1. So what kind of slope would that be? 2, yeah. So let's try to create an equation with a slope of 2. So we're going to do y equals 2x. Now, where does this piece number 1 cross my y-axis? 3. So I need to do what right there to make it so that it crosses at 3? Plus 3. So now, obviously that line goes on forever, right? On my heart, does the line go on forever? No, it does not. So we're going to talk about how to restrict it so we only get a piece of it to make our picture. So to do that, we're going to use a squiggly bracket. It is the buttons above your enter, I think. And we're going to limit it. And we're going to use our x to limit it, okay? So where does it need to start from our x-axis? So like right here. Where is this? What x value is right here? 0. Okay, so it's going to start from 0. It's going to go 0 is less than x is less than, how long do we want that piece to be?
0. Wait, how did you get that?
So on our picture, we're using our x. So right here is where x is 0, right? So I'm going to limit it so it starts where x is 0. And then make it go, where do y'all want to make it go to?
Let's go 6.
6. I feel like that's going to be too big.
Big circle.
Woo!
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, that makes it really big. So maybe not quite that much. So I don't love that. 3? That still feels really big. 2? I feel like 2 feels more reasonable. You could do 1.5. But do you see how you can tweak it to make it fit what you want it to look like? That's one good thing about Desmos. You can actively see what's changing as you do it. So I think we maybe should go to just 1. Just give us a small design. Maybe. I don't know. Make it a little bit easier for this. We can go to 2, though. I think 2 might be best. We'll figure it out. Do y'all want to do 1 or 2?
1.
All right. Now, so that is our first one. So what is the equation for our first piece?
2x 2a plus 3 minus 0.
And it goes from 0 is less than x is less than 1.
It's always going to be less than x.
You always set it up like that, yeah.
So x is always in the middle.
Always in the middle. That is a compound inequality.
I don't know.
Now we're going to look at 2. So for piece 2, is the slope steeper or less steep?
It's less.
What would be a slope that's less steep than 2?
1.
1, okay. So we could do y equals x. Does that line up with that piece I already have? So I need to figure out what my y-intercept would be to make it line up. So like plus 5 is too high. So what could I change that to? Maybe plus 3? That's too low. So 4. And now we're going to limit it. So we're going to restrict the domain. Okay. So where did that last piece stop out? It went from 0 to 1, right? So this time we're going to go from 1 to, y'all want to go to just 2? That feels really steep. Does that feel too steep to y'all?
Yeah.
What could I make it so that it's less steep than that in even 1? 1/2. If I don't like the equation, like the way it looks, to match your picture you're trying to create, you can go back to your equation and just change it to 1/2. So 4 is too low for 1/2. 5 is too high for 1/2. So where should I put it? 4.5. And maybe make it, instead of going from 1 to 2, do y'all want to do 1 to 3 to make it a little bit bigger? I like that.
Mine is on it on the. I don't even know what
Yeah. Or, don't forget your X.
Mine isn't. There we go. I got a little guide. I don't know what to fix it.
Yep, there you go, perfect. So what's the equation here? Y equals
1/2 x plus 4x 4.5 bracket
Use squiggly brackets.
from 1 to,
Use brackets.
x to 3.
all right, now, piece 3. What kind of line is piece 3?
That's a straight line.
It's a straight line. Is it vertical or horizontal?
Horizontal.
Horizontal. So is that x equals or y equals?
Like.
Y equals. What is the y value where it needs to be? What's the height right there? What is the height right here at this point? So it should be y equals 6. And now we got to make it fit. So where does it need to start? To pick up from that point right there. 2? 2 is less than? That's not quite right.
2.5.
That's still not quite right.
3.
3. Not 23. My bad. Okay, and we can do is less than. How far over do y'all want to go? 4? I feel like 4 is too close right there. 5? I like 5. Or we could, or 6. 5 or 6. Which one? Which? 6? We can do 6. So this equation, we are going to do y equals 6, squiggly bracket, from 3 is less than x is less than, what was the other one?
6.
All right, now, for 4, what type of slope does 4 have? Negative. Okay, 4 is the same as 2 pretty much, right? It's just going to be negative. So what should the slope be for part 4? Negative 1/2.
Oh, so you just copied it.
We pretty much, yeah. So if we copied that exact equation and made it negative,
Everything negative?
that's just the slope. That's not quite where I need it to be though. So let's figure out, where do I need to move it to? I'm just going to start from here. So I need to move it up. What do you think my y-intercept is going to have to be? 6, isn't it? Is 8? 9. And then we're going to go from 6 is less than x is less than, how far over should we go? Maybe 6 to 8? That feels pretty even to what we did before, right? I like that. So y equals negative 1/2 x. What was my y-intercept for this one?
9 plus 9.
And it's going to be between 6 is less than x is less than 8.
Is it always going to be a plus?
Only if you're going up. So the one we're about to do is y-intercept, or not the, we're going to do one first because of the bottom. All right, so now 5. What kind of line is number 5? It is a straight line. Is it vertical or horizontal? Vertical. Vertical lines have what kind of equation? X equals. What does it need to be?
X minus 2.
Oh, that's over there. 8. There we go. Now, vertical lines are the hardest ones to do in Desmos. Okay? The reason they are the hardest is because it is already labeled in terms of x. So in order to find where it goes, we have to switch and look at the up and down direction. Which one would I use for the up and down direction? Y. So if I do 0 is less than y is less than, how high up does that point go? What y value does that go to? 7's too high. 6? 5? But do you like the way that looks? Is that too much of a vertical line right there? I can't curve it, not because we're using only linear equations. So maybe change that to, that made it shorter. 1 to 5 instead. Where do you think I should put it? 2 to 5? 3 to 5? 4 to 5 is way too short. 3 to 5? That made it even shorter. I mean, we could do any of them, really. Let's do 3. But you can really change it to whatever fits your picture, okay? Like when I made this, I had to change all sorts of things to make it fit the picture, okay? There's another one. Where's the other one? When I did this one, I had to change it to make it fit the picture, okay? So that is the equation for 5. So someone tell me what I should write right here. X equals 8. 3 is less than y is less than what? 5. Perfect. Now we have 6. This is the last one for this half. Is that a positive or negative slope? Positive. Okay, and roughly where does this cross my y-axis at? Negative 4. So I know my y-intercept needs to be negative 4. But we got to figure out what slope we need to make it look good. So let's do y equals x minus 4. See, that's not quite right. My slope's not good there. What should I change my slope to, do you think? We could do 2. No, that's way too steep. 1/2. Maybe what if I moved, if I want those to line up, what could I move my y-intercept to make it look good? -5. Ooh, that could work. Do y'all like that, or is that too steep? Well, I mean, we can make it, ooh, no, I don't like that. That'd be way too steep. Yeah, I think 1 gives it the best. Yeah, I think that's probably the best. Now, how do I restrict the domain there? What do I need to do? Squiggly line? Where does this start? What x value does this piece need to start at? What's the x value here? 0. 0 to? 0 to 8. 0 is less than x is less than 8. So we have done half of our heart. Okay? Now I want you to do the other half of the heart.
So you just flip everything to negative.
So we have y equals, what was the equation? X minus 5. What is mean 0 is less than x?
It's 1. It's 1x. 1x. Oh, 1xx.
All right, so I want y'all to take, and I want y'all to create the other half of the heart. I think it's you're just going to get a little bit more time.
I wish there was just a.
But y'all are going to create the other half of the heart.
So it's just everything we did just negative.
When it's symmetric, pretty much.
What? Oh, that's gonna be
Okay,
easy. I'm making
I want us to do one more thing together. So if I wanted to do this piece of my graph, but on this side, what would my slope need to be to go the other way? Negative. So if we did y equals negative 2x, okay, what's our y-intercept still need to be? 3. So this time though, if I tried to do 0 to 3, or 0 to 1, it's going to give me on the wrong side, right? I need it to go to the other side. What kind of points, happens to my x values over here? They go negative. So instead of going from 0 to 1, we're going to flip that around and go from -1 to 0. Make it so that it goes fully to the other side of our graph. So I want y'all to work on that. Perfect. So let's keep working on this. If you need help, I'm walking around to help you. I love the confidence you do. Lily. She said, I got this. And I said, I like the confidence. You got this.
Oh, what in the world?
Give me the next one.
No.
Woo! You'll put the fraction on.
When do we do this?
We did.
Bro, why not like two squiggly lines?
Because I'm not going to be here
One person.
Thursday, Friday. I'm not going to be here Thursday, Friday, Monday. So we're going to work on this one. None of your business. She got the all clear and
Mine isn't like super pretty, but I still got it.
Yes.
Your heart is so much prettier than mine. Mine is a little open.
I don't know.
I got 2 lines.
Do you know who I am? Is your dad an editor? Oh, you're a disgusting person.
And so as y'all are working on this, okay, I'm going to go ahead and pass you out graph paper, okay? This is for you to work on your design on, not the heart, on your design. So I'm going to go ahead and pass out 2 per person. That gives you one to do a rough sketch and one to do a good one.
Okay, I got this.
But I want you to finish your heart.
It's not showing my point.
Oh, change that to black. Okay, then it scoops it down here, so you gotta figure out what you need to change to there.
Oh, yeah, right?
Yes.
Where'd my point go?
You get both of them.
What the heck? I'm trying to figure out what it was.
Oh, here we go. You have to, you skipped a couple of pieces. You skipped the horizontal piece.
Why'd you give it to me?
Yeah, to do that. Yeah. Get 2 apiece, rough sketch and one for the other one. Now I'll have more graph paper out if you need it. You might have to draw your own project. I just wanted to give you at least one that you didn't have to do that on.
I did it.
Alright, so once I get these passed out, we're going to talk about possibly the most important piece of using Desmos. Okay, if I was to just X out of my browser right there, all of my work will go away. We don't want our work to go away, do we?
No.
No, we do not. So I'm going to make sure we know how to save it, name it as a file, and share it with me to turn it in. Okay?
I don't know why it's not.
Yeah, my heart. Look, my heart is not doing it.
Miss Williams.
Alright, so Y'all don't have y'all's graph paper yet.
Say this one.
All right. So do y'all see in the upper left-hand corner where it has save? I want y'all to click that button, and I want y'all to save this as Heart Project Example. Heart Project Example. That way you have a reference to look at as you're working on your project. So we're going to click save. Just a second. So we're going to do Heart Project Example. So I'm going to quickly finish this up. Woo. All right, once you get your heart, okay, what you do from here is if you want to change the color of pieces. So if I wanted to make my whole heart red, so you can take and you can hold down, click over the color and change it to whatever color you want. Okay, you can also change it to dashed lines. You can use whatever of those features you want to make your final customization of your project. Okay, so make sure you save as you go. I don't want you to work real hard and then forget to save and it deletes. Now, say I'm ready to turn in my project. Okay, do y'all see this right here in the upper right hand corner? Right here? You will click that and you will share a snapshot. Okay, if you do that and I put that link in there, that will let me see everything. I can't change it, but I can see it. Okay? And so that is how you will submit it. You will click the share graph button and you just share it. And you'll submit that link into Schoology. That will make sure I can see everything, look at everything. So I also included in Schoology some other examples that are a bit more complicated than a heart. So on the ones in Schoology, I just put an embedded version of it. But if you click this right here at the bottom where it says Edit Graph on Desmos, and you click that, it's going to open it in Desmos so that you can see all of the equations. So here's the pumpkin. You can see everything I did in here. Okay? I made a Jolteon. Now, this one has like 102 equations. This one took me a second, but most of it is symmetric, so I was able to do like we did with a heart and just use opposite slopes and do that. This one was fun though. This one was fun. That one was challenging to do that. And then I made the doggy.
What do we turn it into?
Schoology. Okay? If you go to the Unit 2 folder in Schoology, so if you are in our Schoology page, you will click Quarter 1, Unit 2, Assignments. And then in Assignments, there is an entire folder dedicated just to this project. It has everything in it. From examples. I'm going to put the heart example in here too, but it has examples. Actually, I probably won't put the heart because the heart doesn't meet the criteria for the project, so I don't want y'all to look at that and go, oh, that's all I need. And I'm going to upload the video of us going through how to create the heart in here as well. It will have everything. Your rubric. So right here is where you submit the reflection. Here is where you'll submit the Desmos link. You will turn in your sketch on the graph paper to the bin. Make sure it's got your name on it.
Where's the reflection of the heart?
Where are we?
No, the reflection is,
Are we not doing the heart in?
no.
Oh, okay.
The heart is just, I wanted to make sure we knew how to create something in Desmos, how to limit the domain and range so that we can draw the picture we want to create, and also learn how to share it, how to save it, how to do all the things we need to do so that way we can work on this for the next 3 days. Or you have Thursday, Friday, and Monday in school, and you also have the weekend, okay? But you will turn everything here in right here, and then your actual physical sketch of it will go in the bin. And like I said, you get bonus points for creativity, and the best ones will go on the wall in the hallway and in here. So.